These are the APL Concept X basketball shoes, and they have been permanently banned by the NBA. Over a decade ago, two brothers, Adam and Ryan Golston, decided that they wanted to create the world's greatest footwear. But how? Adam and Ryan noticed that there were no shoes pushing the technological limits at the time. The two big leaders, Nike and Adidas, were carrying the market with the same shoes over and over, just in different colours or with different designs printed on them. This had to change. Determined, the brothers worked countless hours to push the boundaries of technology. Their work would eventually pay off. For college, Adam presented his business teacher with a shoe like no other, a shoe that would elevate the standards of shoes forever. Together, Adam and his brother Ryan had created a brand new technology that they would name the Load and Launch. Planted in the forefront of their brand new shoes are small coil springs. These springs would offer wearers with more powerful explosive action that comes from the front of the foot, propelling them much further. The shoes were evolving quickly and becoming more powerful with each new design. Word about the shoes spread and players started wearing them more and more, until the decision needed to be made quickly. With more players wearing the shoes, it began to create an unfair advantage for players in the NBA who weren't wearing them. First, we need to understand how the shoes actually work. When the wearer puts weight onto the front of the shoe, whether it's planting their feet to run or jump, they compress the springs. Once they push off, the springs decompress, generating elastic potential energy that boosts the wearer further. Due to that obvious and unfair advantage, in 2010 the NBA would decide to ban the shoes from the league permanently. The brothers didn't see this as an obstacle, but an opportunity to prove how powerful their shoes are.
We looked at it and we thought, this isn't an obstacle, this is an opportunity, this is a positive.
Since we're the only ones that are banned by the NBA for performance enhancing reasons, let's use that to our advantage and market it to the consumer that way, and we got such a big response from them because of that.
Their initial goal with the shoes was to become the world's greatest footwear and being the only shoe banned for enhancing the wearer's performance. It seemed they had accomplished that goal. But what now? The brothers had capitalized on the publicity from being banned and sold more and more shoes than ever before. They were quickly becoming more and more popular. Due to this quick growth, the brothers had to hire a bigger team to make sure that they could fulfill the demand. Today, the APL is globally recognized as the world's leader in footwear and apparel, with an origin being one of a kind story.
When you think about discipline or you think about somebody that's relentless or hardworking, the thought is that they're not enjoying it, but I think that Ryan and I definitely can enjoy the repetition. That's something that I think is a unique competitive advantage. Obviously there's luck, but discipline, I believe, is the thread that ties it all together. When you think of the ultimate goals for us, specifically as people, we want to be proud of our decisions. And we believe if every day we're proud of what we're doing, we will be proud of the body of work. We're building for the future, but we're enjoying the present.
As for the shoes, after being created over a decade ago, how do they hold up against modern basketball shoes? You might be surprised by the answer. YouTuber and Foot Doctor Zach, compared 10 jumps in the APL Concept X and the under KT8 shoes, finding that there was a minimal performance increase in the height.
Now, if you look at the jump height test on these, now that I've talked about this, I got 43 centimeters on these, which is great. It's one of the most elite shoes I've tested this year. However, on the same day, I brought the KT8s back out after I tested these. And the KT8s, once again, I got 44 centimeters on those.
Additionally, he compared sprints with an even worse performance from the APL Concept X's at 14.96 seconds on the sprint, 0.8 seconds more than the under KT8s.
Shuttle test though, that honestly, the numbers were even worse. I got 14.95 seconds on that, whereas on some other shoes, I'm getting into the very low 14s. Now the reason for that is because I was sliding all over the place on turns. I was losing so much time on cornering. You can just see the shoe was just sliding right out from underneath of me. When you look at me coming back on the court, coming toward the camera, it almost looks like I sped up the footage. That's how quick these shoes get when you start putting energy into them.
This is due to the fact that the shoes weren't able to grip properly on turns, causing numerous seconds to be lost overall. It's clear where the performance increase is in the shoes. As you can see, the speed boost caused by the dynamic springs in the shoes when running straight distances. So, do they hold up well against modern shoes? Well, basketball shoes nowadays definitely have reached a point where the wearer might not even notice the difference between these shoes and another pair of proper basketball shoes, with the only exception being in the straight sprints, as the APLs definitely perform better in that area, which is definitely important in basketball. With all that said, do you think these shoes should be banned in 2024?